Hello everybody, it's jBrereton here again with another episode of Dominions 4 as Kailasa's turn 8. So open it up for the first time. Okay, so we've got this guy who is one of the Worthy Heroes has popped up. Tinanog has made a Tuatha Sorceress its prophet, which is a very strange choice. They are a cap only, relatively good mage, but not as good as a Re. So not sure what that's all about. Maybe they just didn't want to waste the prophetization on something that I believe at least doesn't have inherent holy magic, whereas a Re I think is holy 2. Anyway, so in Questia, this was the problems we took with the Ivana and Markata and so on. It's good, that went down with that hitch. Over here, the attack failed because the Atavi chieftain got killed. That is a damn shame. And the Pikeneers took out this Jaguar tribe. All well and good. Right. Questra, we got some unrest. This province is going to be like a medium income one, I guess. Over here we've got about 5k pop in this province. And the Mammoth Forest, which is a very handy site for us actually. So we can springboard off of this. I might just go directly for this and ping this with these guys. How many guys are going to be going? 13 is, that's probably doable. So I'd say that's worth taking the risk on. Alternatively, going to this province, which I'm not sure about. Wow, we are kind of blocked in here. That's a damn shame. Let's talk to Katis. And let's talk to Niflheim, even though secretly I think I'm going to attack Niflheim as soon as possible. I'm surprised this is cold without... I'd assumed it would be because this was, if it's on the map, a throne of ice or winter or whatever it's called. It's called... it's not on the map. Okay, so there is often a... level 1 throne, or possibly level 2, I think it's level 1, called the Throne of Ice or the Throne of Winter or something, which in adjacent provinces makes a site that increases cold and gives you 1 water gem per turn, which would have been quite handy, but turns out we didn't get one. There we are. So be it. Right, over here, how are we doing for recruitment and so on? So we can afford a temple here. If we, I'm just going to go straight in again. That was an unfortunate loss. Let's see what happened. That's probably just a very standard scripting screw up. So they fired all their shots. They didn't quite kill all of the commanders, and then the Atavi, some of them got chopped up on the way out, and some didn't. Pretty standard kind of thing to happen. Right, this guy, the King of the Jungle, he's got Animal Law, which is somewhat handy. It's more powerful in forests, apparently, so I think that just gives him increased magic, but may also change his combat stats. He's a pretty good guy when it comes to combat. He's definitely usable in, say, if there's an arena fight or whatever, and we can get some battle magic up, although Conjuration isn't really the tree for that. You're mainly looking for Alteration when you go up to Swarm, which is a very good close combat attack. Anyway, or assassination attack really, just because it overwhelms the script of anyone you're dealing with. It's much like using Horde of Skeletons, for example, on a Death Mage. So hopefully this attack will go down well. If it doesn't, so be it. In terms of the other stuff, the Shipwreckers are a mercenary company that I really like, but money is really tight at the moment. Let's go for it. Let's just go for the Shipwreckers, put in a bid 3 over. It's not a great tragedy if we don't get them, but be nice to have them. I think I'm going to hire a Giyaka General and 4 Yavanna as well. This guy is going to keep waiting over there. Or maybe actually I'll get him to search this province. Wastes have a higher chance than normal to contain magic sites, and if we find any, it's all good. Especially if we get one of the ones with cheap cheap priests, although I think those are strictly holy magic only sites, but yep, I'm not that much of an expert that I know all of the sites, I'm afraid. These guys are coming back. I think we're probably going to make some kind of outpost here, probably a palisades, just for simple expedience. I kind of want to fight Niflheim, because the faction's basic troops are not terribly good. It's not that far into the game, so they are unlikely to have been able to afford a whole mass of giants, and if they do get giants, then we are not in a particularly bad position to fight them as a nation with a hot dominion. So if they ever try and invade us as a kind of counter-invasion thing, they'll be in deep trouble. But that's maybe for a future episode rather than this one. So we've got an Inari. They haven't got any PD. These guys, I'm trying not to just take all their provinces, because if they're not going to hire PD, then they'll just lose them to independence otherwise. Right, so in here these macemen are going to go. They should definitely be able to handle that garbage. I'm sure that's what I said in the playthrough of Suramecia, and was wrong, but this time I've got faith in them. Good luck, chaps. Other than that, we may go into this Wolf Tribe province. I would really like to get as many as possible, even though it's wastes, and so it's all low income stuff. You know, every province is helpful, basically. You never know what's going to contain a hidden gold mine or whatever when you start more thoroughly searching with earth magic. What else is going on? Anything interesting? Not really. So, okay, so after we take this, we can probably go into this province bowl of dust. I have a vested interest in keeping Suramecia out of waste provinces, strictly because the waste provinces have a good chance of containing quite worthwhile death sites, and the last thing I want them to do is to cast an early burden of time, which I believe actually that isn't going to happen, thinking about it, because we're running JBBM, where it's moved up to level 8, which I think is a much more reasonable level for it to be at than 5. So we've probably got a bit of a lag time for that, but still, any province we can keep out of the hands of our opponents early is good. We are still having a really hard time building up our infrastructure, just because the total income's very low due to all of the waste provinces and so on, and the mountains. But yeah, we're not in a particularly bad situation, so I'm quietly optimistic going forward. And with the new conjuration stuff like Asura, and certainly with Apsara as well, we could be in a very good position. So thank you very much for watching. I've been jBrereton, and goodbye.